I believe in America. I believe in the values of this country. God bless this country. Yes, it's the only one in the world where people have the opportunity to be persecuted elsewhere and to come here and earn their way and enjoy the riches of this country through their labor. But those opportunities do not exist on 25th and Jefferson in Newport News. For many living in this community, the American dream does not exist for them the same way it does for you and I.
One day, this will all be in the past. Today, this might be my reality, but I still have a dream. One day, I'm going to graduate from high school, I'm going to go to college, and I'm going to be on roller coasters.
We are all living an achievable dream.
There's a teaching from the Talmud that goes, it is not incumbent upon us to complete the work, but neither are we at the liberty to neglect it. And I believe that. It's discouraging when you see high school kids with a diploma who are really functionally illiterate. And I know, because I used to hire 50 to 100 kids a year. And when I would interview them, they didn't know how to be interviewed, they didn't know how to dress, they didn't know how to speak, they couldn't write a coherent paragraph. Some of them couldn't even fill out an application. I felt it was my responsibility to put together a coalition of corporate community leaders, educators, city officials, the United States military, to create a school where the emphasis would be on character development and building law-abiding, productive citizens.
An achievable dream loves me! An achievable dream loves me! Believe in yourself! Believe in yourself! I will say no to drugs! I will say no to drugs!
Good morning.
Good morning, how you doing? What's going on? Well, each morning when we get down here, we meet and greet every student that comes through the door. You know, we shake their hand, say good morning, look them in the eye. You know, we're showing them that discipline and, you know, that positive force that's good for the morning start of the day.
When I saw that there was a need that the military community could fulfill, the decision was very easy for me to go down this road with Achievable Dream.
When you walk into this building, you don't see the circumstances that students bring with them. It's not like they walk around with a poverty sign on their chest. You see students are here who are focused about learning and being successful in life, and that's what we're trying to establish. There's a sense of pride with the students here from kindergarten all the way to 8th grade. Students here know that they're gonna make it. And once you know you're gonna make it, there's a change in the way you carry yourself, the way you walk, the way you engage with other people. It's kind of like when a winning team takes the field, everybody knows they're gonna win by the way they carry themselves. At an Achievable Dream Academy, we have a desire to educate our students holistically, not just providing math, science, social studies, and English, but we have something called the SAME pathway, and that stands for a social, academic, and a moral education.
In the beginning, it was a summertime program only, and the hook was to get kids involved by having tennis. We bring them in the mornings, they'd play a little bit of tennis, and then they'd go off to classes and get tutoring in the afternoon. But never forget the first day we had the get-together. The kids got there, and none of them had breakfast. So we couldn't figure out what to do, so we ran down the street and got a few things at the 7-Eleven and so forth. So Walter got on the phone, we called around local businessmen. The next day we had bananas and apples and oranges. What amazed me is some of the kids had never had a piece of fresh fruit before.
At our school, we invite those students that are on free or reduced lunch. 82% of them are from single-parent homes, and about 97% of our kids are minority children. So primarily, this is a place where we have low-income, poor black children, and a place where very few people are willing to come to just visit, but also to come and actually work and teach.
And what is the solution?
How
the problem was solved.
They really want to learn. With this population, school a lot of times is their most positive place. I think it's our job as teachers to make it fun and inviting for them to learn.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you for asking.
When they arrive outside our door, we meet them, and we usually greet them with a handshake. While looking into their eyes, you can see what kind of night they've had, who has not had what they need before they left home to approach their day.
Good morning, are you better today?
Okay. They usually need extra assurance, but most of the times we try to adapt.
Is this for me? Thank you.
I tell them that I'm their mom at school. I'm here with you from 9 o'clock until 4:30. So as your mom would expect you to do your things at home, I expect you to do your things at school.
The most important word I could use to describe an Achievable Dream is a family. They know that they are in a safe, loving environment. They know every day when they come into the building what to expect. The morning program is going to be first, and then they're going to have breakfast. Every day, they're going to have 2 meals. They're going to be able to have the opportunity to read and strive a little bit higher. It's consistency, reminding them that they're beautiful, reminding them that they have a lot of gifts, showing them that regardless of what they're coming to school with that day, it's unconditional love.
We're trying to teach students here how to border cross. When they're with their friends or at home, it's okay to speak one way, but when they're here at the school or in a restaurant, we expect them to speak another way. Speaking green is what we call it. When students are with their friends or on a basketball court, we don't expect them to say, fine shot, when someone makes a shot. We want to be realistic about it, but students have to know how to engage or conduct themselves in a restaurant or a social situation. We call it the hidden curriculum. These are the hidden rules. Many upper middle class families teach these things to their students or their children, and what we've done is we've started to teach our students those same rules.
I want everyone to say day.
Day.
Dim.
Dim.
D's.
D's.
Now, watch what happens when you pronounce the words correctly and speaking green. Say they.
They.
Them.
Them.
If you say they, your tongue stays pretty much in your mouth. But if you say they, it comes forward between your teeth.
People don't really give you the respect that you deserve until you know how to play the game. And that's what's good about what they teach at the Achievable Dream, because you can't play the game by your own rules. You've got to play by society's rules. They tell you and teach you how to fit, how to gain advantage, how to get staying power and commitment. If you believe that you can win, you can convince others to back you. Together, you can absolutely come out on top. And once you win, you never want to lose.
This whole program was founded because of tennis and Walter Siegelhoff's belief that tennis was a lifelong sport and that these kids would not normally be playing the sport of tennis. They'd be playing basketball or football or other sports. The individual part of tennis really focuses on honesty and integrity and etiquette. And etiquette is one of the character education traits and a big piece of our program as well. Being polite, being ladylike or gentlemanlike is very critical.
Set it down and ladies, boys, very good. Hands on your laps, paying attention. Sit up nice and tall in your seats. Now, let's pretend now that the meal is over. Under ordinary circumstances, the children we service would never see this until it's too late and when they're in front of a group of people and they're embarrassed. And if they take it home, as I hope they do, practice on your little sisters and brothers, it'll become a part of them and become very important in their everyday life to look like you're somebody going someplace.
The deputies that interact with Achievable Dream, they serve as mentors every day. They meet the kids, they shake their hands, they inspect them, and they get to know us personally. It's an opportunity for us to interact with children in a non-confrontational and non-negative environment, and they see law enforcement in a different light. When the children see the sheriff's deputy on the street, they'll always run up to him and say, hey, how are you doing? You remember me? I'm so-and-so. And remarkably, the opportunity for community policing, I think, is just phenomenal.
Like tummy hurt?
Okay. Let's just take your temperature and see what's going on with you, all right?
Riverside's been involved with the school back from when it first started, helping them teach nutrition, hygiene. We now have a clinic there that works with the kids. We also provide health screenings for the families free of charge. They also help and make house calls to kids if they've been out of school for a while. This is a very important part of our community that maybe doesn't have the resources, and so being able to give back, to be able to help these kids get through school, to go on to college, to go into the military, it's just part of our culture.
We're high achievers. We have a culture here that promotes high expectations. When they come in the building, we know that we expect them to behave in a certain way, to handle themselves in a certain way, and to give their best academically. Therefore, we're able to level the playing field for our students so that they can achieve whatever it is in life that they want to achieve.
When she comes to school here, I can be at work or at school and know she's safe. I don't worry about anything because they make the best judgment call for her, the best choices, and I never question them about anything. She's in the 6th grade, she's in advanced classes, and she enjoys coming to school. She's definitely going to college, and she wants to be a school teacher or either a doctor. She wants to be a school teacher because she was highly impressed with all her teachers, and she's just been that way since 2nd grade. They're willing to do anything they can to help her to achieve, and she likes that because she knows if she can't get it from me, she knows she can come to school and she can get it.
To know our students and to know our families is to love our students and to love our families. To know our teachers and to see the enthusiasm that they have each and every day to take that student to the next level, to see the students light up when they're exposed to something new. It's a remarkable experience. This is a tremendous place to be.
This model of bringing soldiers into the schoolhouses is not just a military model. It could be applied with any local organization like a fire department or a police department.
In order to replicate a program like this, you have to have a champion. You have to have someone that has the vision to be the spark. And it takes a commitment from the schools, from the business community, and from the larger community as well to ensure that this is going to be a successful program.
You can't stop a dream once you've collectively decided to realize it. And what we have here is a group of people who realize the American dream are helping those who might not. It's about Americans helping Americans. And just think, if you could take an entire group of people and change a whole generation, that's what this program is about. And that's what makes this country great and this program great. Americans helping Americans.
It works because we've taken an idea and we've executed it brilliantly. The Achievable Dream students have an 8.5-hour day. They have a 210-day year. They have lots of discipline. They've got mandatory uniforms. We've got a devoted staff, caring teachers. We've got community buy-in. We've got political buy-in, all the way up to Washington. It's that simple. It's the right idea. People care. There's no magic to it, no magic at all.
I'm Tim Spurrier. I'm a senior at Virginia Tech and a graduate of the Achievable Dream program. I'm the first of my family to go to college. And someday I want to design and build roller coasters. Now I can do more than dream. I can achieve.
It costs Achievable Dream $2,200 per year, per child, and it costs the taxpayers $110,000 per year, per child to incarcerate one juvenile. When you compare the two, the return on our investment and the ability to change the trajectory of a child is greatly improved by the Achievable Dream model. That is a very small price to pay to produce a responsible adult that would give back to society versus take from society. We need to do this in more schools.